Well, if we're gonna find any ghosts, we better split up.
You're listening to Never Split Up, a horror movie podcast.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Never Split Up podcast. My name's Nolan. Alongside me, as always, is Anthony. Today is episode 97. We are doing a fun one. It's going to be a top 10 episode. We haven't done that in a while. It's our top 10 favorite creature features, and I'm really looking forward to this. What's going on, Ann? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to get into this. This is going to be a fun list. I love our top 10 list.
Yes, I think a lot of our listeners love them too. We always do pretty good numbers on our top 10 list, so I'm excited to get back into the list making. I had a lot of fun making this over the week. As always, if you guys are newer to the podcast, we don't discuss our lists with each other, so this is going to be, we're going to go back and forth and rattled out our top 10 creature features of all time. We don't know each other's list, obviously, so you're going to get our raw, real-time reaction to each other's list. And I think we were just talking before we recorded, I think this one's going to be pretty different. We're going to have some unique picks and different picks. I know for sure a couple of my picks that are not on your list. Just because I know like your tastes and stuff. So this is gonna be a fun time. Before we get into it, because it's gonna be a pretty long episode covering all these movies, we have a couple announcements. First, we want to announce our next few episodes because, as you know, I just said this is our 97th episode. We got our big 100th episode coming up. And it's gonna fall right in October. So this is a big time of year for us. So Ant, why don't you tell everyone what our next 3 episodes are leading up to our 100th episode?
Yeah, for sure. I'm very excited. We have such bangers coming up. But guys, if you haven't checked out our Jaws or the Conjuring OG episode, those are 2 biggies that we covered to round out the summer and coincide with the last rites, the new movies. So, get those numbers up. I'm going to post the polls once I get more eyes on that. But we have huge trio of episodes coming up. So first, next week, we will be covering Saw 3. We'll be rounding out that trilogy. We cover the OG Part 2. We already did a franchise ranking, so we've been in the Saw world a little bit. So get ready for Saw 3. We're going to round out that trilogy. And then the following week, we're going to cover the second installment in David Gordon Green's Halloween trilogy, Halloween Kills. We covered, obviously, the OG Halloween. We did a franchise ranking, and we did 2018. So we're just going to get to the David Gordon Green trilogy before we go back to the others. So that's going to be a huge episode. We both have a lot of thoughts on that one. And then our biggie, our 100th episode, is going to be Hereditary, Ari Aster's feature film debut. That's going to be a huge episode for our 100th. I cannot wait to talk about that. I can't believe we haven't really. We've talked about it because we've done lists, so we know how much it means to us, but I can't wait to really get into it. So we got a lot of good stuff planned. So make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube, subscribe to our podcast channels. We have a lot of goodies coming up.
Yes, for sure. A lot of goodies coming up. I'm really looking forward to, like you said, these next 3 episodes. I love diving into the world of Saw, especially this time of year. I love talking Halloween with you. Halloween Kills is going to be a really, really fun episode. And then the big 100th episode, longtime listeners will know. I mean, we've talked about Hereditary on various occasions, indirectly through lists and everything. So I think our listeners know how we feel about that. So we wanted to do a very special review for our 100th episode, and that's going to be a big episode, so I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, we have one more announcement. So if any of you listening or watching do not follow us on Twitter or just didn't see the post, we actually posted a pretty big giveaway. This is in conjunction with our 100th episode and the fact that our merch store is now live. We just posted our merch store, which is live. It's you can find that at our social media pages, at any social media that you go on that we're on. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on TikTok. I don't know if it's on our Facebook, but check those out. Check the link there. It's on the website Fourth Wall. So we posted some cool merch, some cool designs and our logo. You can get some sweatshirts or hats or whatever you want. So yes, to celebrate that and our 100th episode, we're doing a big giveaway on Twitter. It's on Twitter only. So you got to follow us on Twitter. It's we're giving away 3 Carpenter classics on Blu-ray. We're giving away The Fog, The Thing, and Prince of Darkness, and we're throwing in a Never Split Up podcast snapback hat. So follow us on Twitter, like and repost the post to enter the giveaway, and that's going to end, I believe, October 6th. So you have a few weeks to enter that. So, okay, without further ado, I think that's it for our announcements. We will dive right into, of course, our honorable mentions, because we have to do those. That's pretty much a necessity here on the Never Split Up podcast. We can never narrow it down to 10. So, Anthony, I don't know how many you have. I have about, like, 6 or 7 I can just rattle off, so I'll let you go first.
Yeah, guys, before we get into it, I was, like, super... With this one, we're going to have such different lists because I decided to just literally do creature features. I didn't include any aquatic horror or any, like, real-life animals on my list because I would have had a whole... Yeah, because
well, those are creature features, though.
But my whole list would be shark movies. So I decided
oh my gosh. So
you're not doing that. So I'm not doing. So it's going to be very different because my whole.
I wish you would have told me that ahead of time. This rule you made.
Yeah, I had to because it would be all, and I didn't do vampire movies because it'd be all vampire movies and all shark movies.
Yeah, I didn't do vampire. That was like the one thing I didn't do. So okay. All right.
Yes. So that was my.
So define your list again. What is it?
So anything that's like not real, like so any otherworldly creature. So like sharks are real. Alligators and crocodiles are real. I mean vampires aren't, but my whole list would be literally vampires. So it's gonna be like actual creature, otherworldly features. So I had because I was like my top 10 list would be all shark movies. It'd be
like non-existent creatures in real life, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a good mix. So I'm like, you know what? I know Nolan's gonna have like, the goodies that I won't be able to have. We'll do aquatic horror one day, but like it'll be a good little mix up. So
I mean, I don't have that much. I mean,
okay.
I have a few aquatic horror, but it's not my list isn't dominated by aquatic horror. So yeah, I have a pretty good mix too. So this is gonna be fun. Okay, yeah. Why don't you start us off?
It'll be different. Yeah. So I have a nice horror comedy to start up with an honorable mention: Leprechaun from 1993. Jennifer Aniston's, her beginning of her career. Warwick Davis is iconic. I mean, I watched all those direct-to-video sequels. It was crazy. I just think it's a fun ride. It's stupid fun. Warwick Davis is an icon, and I remember watching it as a kid and having a blast. So that was just a good one to be, a little honorable mention that I really grew up with, and I watched all those Leprechaun movies. It's silly fun, but I like it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just go back and forth. Kind of along the same vein, just a silly movie from the 90s I grew up watching is Anaconda, released in 1997.
Oh, yeah.
So fun. It actually holds up pretty well. I watched it recently, like maybe a year ago, and it's still just as fun as I remember. Jennifer Lopez and that whole cast is just so fun. So I know they're doing a new one with Jack Black. We'll see. I doubt it's going to capture the magic that the original has, but maybe that'll be a fun time. But yeah, the original Anaconda in 1997, that's a fun one too.
I'm obsessed with that movie. Obviously, that's not on my list because Anacondas, but I love Anacondas. I love Anacondas: A Hunt for Blood Orchid. I think that's a great, and I think they're making like a kind of like a meta comedy sequel with Jack Black coming out later this year. So I hope they don't ruin it, but we'll see how that turns out. But all right, my next one is a movie from a couple years ago. It's called Antlers. I don't know if you saw it. It stars Kerry Russell and Jesse Plemons. It's a very dark and like mean movie, but I absolutely adored it. Scott Cooper directed it. It's pretty much about this middle school teacher and her sheriff brother who are like encounter these weird things, and she's a teacher and this kid's going through something. I don't want to give anything away because I don't think many people saw it. It's more of like a hidden gem, but I would highly recommend checking it out if you like the mean, like dark creature features that aren't like fun and silly. I really enjoyed that one, and I actually can't wait to rewatch it. I have the Blu-ray, but I have to pop it in. I really enjoyed that one. And
I didn't see that. I think that was a smaller release. I didn't see that when it released.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. You would like it.
I don't remember seeing it like hit streaming, so I have to look for that. I that kind of left my mind.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you reminded me of that film because I feel like it just came and went, and I didn't really see anything about it. So okay, cool. Another '90s nostalgia classic, Arachnophobia.
Oh yeah.
Again, the real creatures, so it's not going to be on your list, but it's kind of. I feel like it's responsible for my phobia of spiders. I don't have it quite as much now as an adult, but that movie is technically a comedy, but as a little kid, it kind of fucked me up, and it was really creepy. And Yeah, that's definitely a creature feature. Those spiders are freaking nasty.
I am obsessed with arachnophobia. I remember that's a fun one, but also if there's scenes that are actually like excruciating to
Yeah,
watch. So
the
I'm obsessed
popcorn
with that
scene,
movie.
it's scarred in my memory.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm really bummed. I saw Christopher Landon was supposed to do like a sequel or a remake or a reboot of it, and like fell through the cracks. So I really
Yeah,
think
I was
if
just
that
gonna
comes back
say,
on the big screen,
what
that
happened
would
to
be
that?
sweet.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Ugh, stupid Hollywood. All right, my next one is going to be a newer one. I love me some Kristen Stewart, and I think the 2020 movie Underwater is such an underrated banger. I love the setting that they're literally underwater in that ship the whole time, and they have to escape the drilling. Their drilling company have to escape. I think it has some gnarly death sequence and some actually like really suspenseful moments, and I think Kristen Stewart really channels her inner Ripley. So I really have a good time with that
Okay.
movie, and I rewatched
I
it a
figured
lot.
that would be somewhere in this episode. I'm not a huge fan of Underwater like you are. I know you
Yeah.
really adore that film. I liked it. I saw it in theaters as well. I thought it was decent. I knew it was going to be on your list. I didn't know if it was going to be top 10 or not. So, okay, didn't make your top 10. That's interesting.
Did not.
Next one for me, more recently, is 2008's Cloverfield. I remember seeing this
yeah.
film for the first time in theaters, and we might have went together because I think I saw it with a bunch of buddies and
Okay.
just had a blast in the theater. I mean, it was such a wild ride. The kind of found footage style and seeing the creature for the first time in theaters and getting like glimpses of it. I remember talking about it on the way home with my friends and the days after, like thinking about that film so much. And I haven't. The only reason it's not maybe not in my top 10 is I haven't watched it in a while, and I would love to go back and watch that movie. I love Cloverfield Paradox too. That's a good one too. But and then the other one too. There's three of them. I like all three of them. I think they're all kind of unique in their own way. But the original Cloverfield, yeah, definitely a banger. Just missed my top 10 though.
Cloverfield is such a gem. It's like a gem for us millennials. I remember that was an event when it was like the marketing started and it came out in theaters. I absolutely adore that movie. All right, my next one's going to be another new one. I put A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2 and A Quiet Place Day 1, the A Quiet Place saga on my list. I think that John Krasinski really crafted like a 90-minute suspense and heartwarming and heartbreaking, emotional, very, very, very unique premise with that movie, the original. And he came back with a banger in Part 2. I love Emily Blunt. The two kids are awesome. I actually can't wait to see him wrap up that trilogy. I believe I don't know if it's 2026 or 2027, but he's directing the final installment in that saga. And I really actually did also like the one with Lupita Nyong'o. I thought it was a very, 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 heartbreaking, look at pretty much death. And I really like what they're doing with that franchise. So I can't wait to see it come back. But just the filmmaking in the first two specifically is just amazing. And then like the heartfelt moments in a Quiet Place Day 1 really get to me. So I really adore that franchise, and I'm happy that, we're going to round out the story of that family soon.
Okay, cool. I have A Quiet Place as well. I'm partial to the original. I like the second one too, but the original I think is my favorite. I have the original on my honorable mentions, 2018. Everything you said, it's just a really, how I feel about, when we reviewed Get Out and we said it's like not quite banger territory for either of us, but it's just a really, really solid movie that you can't
so well
fault.
made.
It's just like kind of personal preference. This is how I kind of feel about A Quiet Place. I mean, there's not much I can nitpick about that film. It is just a really solid debut for John Krasinski. And yeah, like you said, Emily Blunt, really, really cool movie. I definitely love that one. So, okay, I'll keep it rolling here. I have, let's see, one that is near and dear to your heart. I have 2006's The Hills Have Eyes.
You have that as that's interesting that you have that as a creature feature.
Of
okay,
course,
I like that.
yeah. I was
that's
debating
interesting.
whether or not I was going to do like humanoid creature features, but
Yeah.
I did some research, and the consensus is that it's a creature feature.
Cool.
It's not really what I think of, so it
Same.
didn't make my top 10. But I had to give it a shout out. I wasn't sure. I had a feeling you were to give yourself kind of stricter rules than me, so I had to give it a shout out on this episode.
I love when anyone gives a shout out to the Hills Have
Yeah.
Eyes. So. That's awesome. Yeah, The Hills Have Eyes are a wrong term that's not on here because I don't consider it creature, but I love that. And I when I'm like thinking about it, I can see how people can make the argument, and I cannot wait to talk about those movies because we have a lot to get down and dirty with those. But all right, the one that I do have that's like actually a creature, but the reason why I put it on is because they're like gigantic and not realistic is I love me some David Arquette and Scarlett Johansson, and I love Eight-Legged Freaks. I remember growing up with that one, and that's silly fun. I mean, that's not real life, so I put that. But it's just a cheesy. I mean, you like some of the creature features. I love the balance of it, the dark ones and the ones that are just going really tongue-in-cheek, almost borderline sci-fi territory. So this is one of those, and I have a good time with it, and I laugh every time I watch it. And it's good to see Scarlett Johansson, like, have fun in, like, a movie when she was younger. So I like that she did that with David Arquette, which is hilarious.
Yeah. I remember watching that one recently. Well, I love it too, but I remember watching it being like, why was I so obsessed with this film as a kid? I mean, it's kind of aged a little poorly. I mean, the humor is just hilarious because, like you said, it's David Arquette, Scarlett Johansson when they're younger. But yeah, it's it's fun. It's a fun time. Yeah. Okay, I have a couple more. These are ones that just missed my top 10. And this one is a banger. A lot of people are going to be surprised, but my top 10 is so loaded. It was heartbreaking leaving this off, but you kind of know how I feel about this franchise. I've told you I'm not the biggest fan, even though it is legendary. It's Alien, released in 1979.
Ooh,
great, fantastic movie. That first entry, it's my favorite in the entire franchise. That franchise definitely has its ups and downs. I do like a few entries. I'm not a huge Alien franchise guy in general, but I do really adore this first one. I mean, it's such a slow burn, kind of claustrophobic, atmospheric, on the spaceship kind of horror. And yeah, I mean, what can you say? It's got Ellen Ripley, one of the most legendary characters of all time. And it's such a banger, but it just missed out on my top 10.
That's crazy. That's what I love. I mean, I love uniqueness, and that's awesome. I mean, Alien is a classic movie, and you said it all. I mean, Sigourney Weaver, that's her. She is like the final girl of sci-fi.
Yeah, I think a lot of listeners just like took a deep sigh.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Holy shit!" But
hey,
no,
it's my
I love
personal list, guys.
Exactly, preference. But I mean, obviously, the consensus is that's one of the greats. But I love how, like, and again, that's probably one we'll get into. But I like that it's one I love so much, but it's not one that, because to me, like, sci-fi and creature features, I love them, but they're not like slashers or supernatural. So we're talking about a subgenre that's not like my bread and butter, but I love so much. So that's why I think it's interesting to have the perspectives of maybe us two who don't watch Alien as much as we watch Halloween, like other people do. So it's going to be a different perspective.
Yeah.
I love it though. No, of course. Or I have a couple more. I'm gonna go with James Gunn's directorial debut, another cheesy one, Slither. Slither is so disgusting. So you're either laughing at the screen or you want to look away in disgust. And I mean, I love me some Elizabeth Banks. So good. I think that it showcases what we've come to expect from James Gunn's movies, but he does it on an R-rated, over-the-top, crazy shit. And he has all of his friends in it, like we see in all of his movies. So it just looked like a movie that was a good time to make, but must have been so disgusting. So I really adore Slither.
Okay, yeah, that's not anywhere on my list. I only watched that once. I would love to revisit that film. Maybe we can review it sometime.
For sure.
So it's a little fuzzy. I haven't seen it in quite a while. So okay, I have one more. This is one that I booted off my list like last minute. I felt really bad about it. It's not going to be on your list because of your rule, but I have Deep Blue Sea, 1999 Deep Blue Sea. I mean, fucking so fun, dude. I used to call it, it's funny, I used to call it like kind of a guilty pleasure, but now it's not even a guilty pleasure because it's just a fucking badass movie and it still holds up 26 years later. I would say,
oh my god, we're old.
That it's such a good movie and there's just so much fun to be had. Such a cool premise. The survivors that are trying to survive are all memorable. I can, picture every character in my head right now, even the ones that die early on. It's just such a special movie to me. I grew up watching it. It was that and it was Jaws. Those were the two shark horror movies that I pretty much grew up on. So I felt really bad leaving it off, but I wanted to diversify my list a little bit, my top 10. So I had to just leave it off, but to no fault of its own. I mean, it's such a fun movie, and I watch it all the time, probably yearly.
I just love, like, again, people go back, like, that's a guilty pleasure, or that's, like, a fun, silly one, but, like, it's in, like, so many shark movies, like it went R-rated, it went pedal to the metal, it's fun, but it has some crazy intense sequences where you're also like, holy shit, like, I'll never forget some of the LL Cool J sequence when he's stuck in the oven. That freaked me out. There's sequences when they're being chased, when they're trying to get up. I mean, there's so many actually terrifying and scary sequences mixed with the popcorn fun that I know that we both love. So I think it's a fucking banger. And yeah, it's one of my favorite shark movies. So I can't wait till we do Aquatica because
yeah, real quick, while we're on fun shark movies, I just thought of it just now. It's not on my honorable mentions, but you know what movie was really fun? I feel like underrated is the sequel to 47 Meters Down. I feel like is Uncaged. That is like a straight up slasher in underwater caves, and I love that movie so much. That's a really fun one too.
Yeah, I actually like that. It's like almost like you can compare that to like the Alien to Aliens route, where that just went like so over the top. Which I love I love the OG because that was very serious into it, but then the sequel went so bonkers. I actually do love that. I love both of those movies. I heard they're making a third one of that too.
Are they?
Cool. I just have two quick ones. My other honorable mention, I don't know if many people have seen. It's called Splinter. It came out like in the mid to late 2000s. I think it was like I don't know if it was 2006 or 2008. I think it meant 2008. But it's literally a couple who are trapped in an isolated gas station, and there's a splinter parasite that transforms and it like lives in victims as hosts, and it's fucking fucked up. And I love it. So if anyone hasn't seen it, it's a low budget indie, but it goes for the jugular, and it's such a good creature feature. It's such a simple premise, one location, but goddamn, it's so damn good. So I highly recommend. I don't want to give too much away because I feel like we should cover it. A lot of people probably haven't seen it, but it's a gem, and I loved it. When I remember when I rented it, like back in the day, I was like, "Holy shit, this is gonna be stupid," but I'm like, "Damn, this is fucking awesome." So make sure you guys watch Splinter.
Okay, cool. I have not seen that one. I've seen it
so
circulated, and I've seen it on streaming. I've always passed by it. So, okay, you have any more?
I just have one more. The Ritual. I don't know if you guys remember that Netflix movie. Again, that's one where you don't want to talk about too much. So go watch it.
That one's really. I left that off of everything just because, like, there isn't a lot. Like, not to spoil too much, but the creature isn't in it that much. So I feel like a creature feature
very
has
subtle
to really
and in the
feature
shadows.
the creature more, and I just feel like it didn't really fit that category.
Yeah,
but I saw that on some people's lists. So yeah,
I love the tone of that movie and the vibe. So I had to mention it. So guys, watch that one again.
Really
we'll probably
cool
have to cover
horror.
it, but yeah, I'm done with my honorable mentions. So
okay,
damn,
cool.
we already covered some biggies. That was awesome.
I know. Yeah, I know. All right. Who do you want to go first?
I can go first. I'll kick us off.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you kick us off, man?
All right.
Number 10.
So my number 10, I'm going to start with a B horror comedy banger because I love them, and it's going to be 1990s Tremors. We got some Kevin Bacon, we got some Fred Ward. I know there's like a shit ton of sequels, but there's nothing like the OG. I feel like it has awesome kills mixed with humor, and you still get the strange suspense because you don't know what's going on 100%. I feel like as the sequels went on, it got really, really, really a lot like over the top, and they probably should have just kept the tone of the OG, but they're all fun. But just something about this OG, I just watch it, I'm like, they must have had a fun time making it, and every time I watch it, I feel like the movie flies by so quick. I love the creature design. I love how you can just see under the sand alone of it popping up and them chasing them. I feel like that's so simple, but it's so effective. It's just an old-fashioned creature feature in the desert fun movie, and Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward are just having an absolute blast. So I adore this movie so much, and I revisit it quite frequently.
Okay, cool. I feel like an imposter when I talk about Tremors because I didn't watch this movie until I was like well into my 20s. And I feel like I missed the boat because there are such rabid fans of this movie and this franchise that I always feel like an imposter when I talk about it. And so it's not on my list, but that's a really good pick.
I adore it.
All right, number 10 for me. We are starting off strong on my list. It is quite possibly, in a lot of people's eyes, the ultimate creature feature. It's one that me and Ant recently fell in love with. It's Creature from the Black Lagoon, 1954.
Woo.
Does it get any more, creature feature than this? It's kind of where the subgenre started, or at least, became into the zeitgeist of movies and horror movies. This was such a beautiful film. I loved covering it with you and our special guest, Rachel. Thank you for coming on. Check out that episode, guys, by the way. That was a great episode that we really dive into kind of the metaphors and everything going on in that film. But that was such a beautiful film. Julie Adams, the scene in the beginning where she's swimming with the creature, the practical effects the Gill Man is just insane for something in the 50s. And I just adore that movie so much. I couldn't leave it off my top 10. I was debating between this and Deep Blue Sea. I'm like, what am I doing? I can't leave this off.
Literally has creature in the
Deep
title.
Blue Sea. Yeah, I mean, it's the ultimate creature feature. So yeah, and guys, if it's because it's in black and white and it's from the 50s, don't let it scare you, because this movie legitimately, and I'm not BSing you all, holds up. It is like, some of the other, I will admit, and we talked about this, some of the other Universal monster movies and some of the other movies that we've talked about from years past, like this long ago, do not hold up. Like we covered Dracula. Doesn't really hold up. But this movie holds up, and you will enjoy this film a lot. At least we did. And I can't wait to cover the sequel. I've never seen the sequel, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't checked that episode, we had a great time, and we both revisited it, and we're kind of blown away by the movie. I know I've seen it in the past, but it's not one I go back to. But after rewatching it, I'm like, holy shit, this is a fucking amazing movie. I'm in love with that movie too. Great. That's a great kickoff to your list. All right, my number 9 is a movie you already talked about. My number 9 is 2008's Cloverfield. Matt Reeves and Drew Goddard. I was obsessed with this movie when it came out. I loved the marketing alone, but going to see it opening night where you didn't really know what the fuck was going on because the marketing was so well executed. I thought the way it kicked off, that opening like 20 minutes was like, what the fuck's going on? And then when you have the group of friends like venturing through New York and slowly being taken out. And the creatures, you have the big creatures, you have the little creepy ones that crawl around. The creature design's awesome. I'll never forget the scene where Lizzie Kaplan, she's just like, she says she doesn't feel good. She starts bleeding everywhere and she gets taken behind a curtain and she just fucking explodes. I mean, it's just such a well executed movie. And it's so well paced. I think it's like 85 minutes and they don't waste any time. So I care about the characters. I love the pacing. I love the creatures. The monsters are awesome. And the ending doesn't hold no punches. It doesn't like cop out and give you a happy ending. It really goes for it the whole way through. So I really am one who's only just really in love with the OG. The other ones I feel like I watched and I kind of don't remember them too much. They're fine, but the OG is just so well done. So yeah, I'm obsessed with Cloverfield.
Okay, great. Yeah, again, it was in my honorable mentions, so great pick.
Yeah.
Okay, number 9 for me is 2005's The Descent. The Descent is such a banger, such a rewatchable film. Loved when this came out. I was about 13, 14 years old when I first saw it, and yeah, I mean, it plays on my claustrophobia. It played on everything. That ultimate jump scare that happens when you first see these creatures for the first time is just iconic, all timer. And it's one that, like I said, with the ritual, the creature isn't prominent. These creatures don't show up until well into the movie, but they're always, especially rewatching this film, they're always there. They're always present, and you can feel them the whole time. And then when the big reveal happens, it's like freaking insane and wild. I mean, guys, if you haven't watched The Descent, what are you doing? Go check it out, like right now. Pause this episode and go watch it. It's so iconic. It's some of the best group of women in terms of horror. Like, it's just a group of women that go cave diving, and they're all pretty memorable. And it's such a fun time. I love it so much.
We did a little watch. Actually, that's the one we did a watch along to, and it's one of the biggies of the 2000s. It's so damn good. The cast is great. The final girl's awesome. The creature designs are amazing, and it's another one that just pulls no punch and goes for it. That's not a fun, silly creature feature. That's one that gets mean and with it. I mean, Neil Marshall created like a modern horror classic with that movie, so I'm so happy it's on your list. All right, my next one is going to be 1988's Pumpkinhead, directed by Stan Winston. I fucking love Pumpkinhead for obvious reasons. I mean, I love Lance Henriksen in the lead role. I love the concept of it, a tragic accident, like a man loses his kid, and then it's a revenge story. So you get a vengeful demon called Pumpkinhead, and they friggin' start killing these little shitty teenagers. So I think this might be arguably the best creature design on my list, if you're talking hardcore creature feature alone. And then just the way the movie plays out, and it's like tragic, but it also gives you your horror goodies. It's one that's a must watch, when you're kicking off October and one of these like September windy nights. I am absolutely obsessed with it, and I know there's a couple sequels, but again, I'm talking specifically about the OG. It's such a good story, and the plot's so good, and just the effects alone, what they were able to do in 1988, is so damn good. So this is when I go back to just for the craft alone. But I love how the way the movie plays out as well. It's so good. Lance Henriksen's a horror legend.
Okay, great. Not too familiar with that film. I've seen it once, but
Okay.
I really can't remember it, so I can't really comment on that. But I'll have to check that out. Okay. I believe we're on number 8, right?
Yes.
So number 8 for me, this is a movie that bounced around a lot when I was first making this list last week, and I settled at 8. It was a little bit higher, but it kind of got, jingled around, if you will, a little bit. It's Jaws 2, 1978. Jaws 2,
Woo!
one of the most, I think, underrated movies or sequels in history. It gets so much flack for no reason. I know you agree with me, Anthony. We both adore this film. It's Roy Schneider is what kind of brings it to the forefront in terms of shark movies. It's the through line between Jaws and Jaws 2. And it's really cool how they kind of make I guess it's like a more thrilling, fun movie compared to the first. They have to up it a little bit. They make the shark a little bit more menacing in terms of the way it kills. And I know you've described it, Anthony, as a slasher movie. It's like a shark slasher movie. I would agree with that. But they didn't go too overboard. I think 3 and 4 definitely went a little bit too far. I think this was the perfect balance to kind of play off the first one. And it's a great double feature. I love watching it back to back. And Jaws 2, I mean, such a blast.
One of my favorite sequels of all time, and I'll just leave it at that. I cannot wait to get into that sequel. It's so damn good. All right, my number 7 is going to be a remake. It's going to be The Blob from 1988. That talk about practical effects. If you guys want to watch a movie with awesome practical effects, please go watch The Blob 1988. And we also have and Chuck Russell directed it, who also directed one of my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movies, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. So damn good. And we have Saw alumni Shawnee Smith. We got Amanda in this one, so it's so good. She's our final girl. I just absolutely adore everything about this movie. Again, it's a quick hour and a half movie. I love the way the space crash lands near the small town. I love the way how it just slowly takes over the whole town. We have children death in this movie. They pull no punches, but it's like cheesy fun, but it also goes for the hardcore death and the meanness of the genre as well. So I absolutely am obsessed with it. I know many people say it's some of their favorite effects in horror, and I can't really argue it. It's very, very violent, especially in comparison to the 50s original, and it's just fucking wild, crazy fun. So I watch this quite often. I have the Scream Factory Blu-ray. It's beautiful, so highly recommend picking that up if you haven't. I'm obsessed with The Blob.
Okay, cool. I didn't realize you were such a big Blob fan. I did not know that about you. Okay, learning something new every day. Yeah, The Blob is a solid film. I don't think I love it quite as much as you, but I didn't really grow up watching it as often, so maybe I have to revisit that one. I've seen it a few times, but yeah, okay, cool. All right, number 7. Number 7. I mentioned I did not do any vampire films, but I had to do a werewolf film. It's American Werewolf in London, my favorite werewolf film, released in 1981. We covered this film. We kind of feel a little differently on it. I think that was a fun episode, so go check that out. I think it's an all-timer. I think, obviously, it's the best werewolf film for me. The practical effects, legendary. If you guys haven't seen this film, go in with fresh eyes and an open mind and just enjoy the ride. It's heartbreaking. It's tragic. I personally really fell in love with the characters growing up with this film as a little kid and seeing the romance. It was one of the first movies that I really connected to kind of a romance in a film, and I used that through horror, which I think was interesting. And yeah, this is just such a legendary film. It's scary at times. The subway scene, we talk about the escalator scene, the subway, and the transformation, again, is just legendary. I had to leave this on my top 10. I was thinking about just removing it because I removed vampires to make it even, but this one is just clear cut my favorite werewolf movie, so I had to throw it in there.
Hell yeah. I mean, we covered American Werewolf in London. You feel a little higher on that than me, but I think you can't argue that there's some sequences in that movie, specifically like the subway scene, the train scene, that's awesome. And the way it plays out is almost like campy fun, but mixed with like a tragic story as well. So it's
Yeah,
awesome.
super tragic.
It's very tragic, the ending. So okay, I'm not gonna argue with that. I love me some werewolf movies. All right, my number 6 is going to be a Stephen King adaptation, and we are talking The Mist. Talk
Ooh,
about
okay.
a gut punch of a movie. I mean, the whole movie is just messed up people mixed with these fucked up creatures. I'll never forget Rebecca Gay Harden's character. I wanted to actually like go in the TV and strangle her myself the first time I saw. I can't stand her, that preachy bitch. That's how these friggin' like cults start. She's like friggin' gets people to turn and want to sacrifice kids and kill people. It's crazy. But then when you get through all the creature stuff alone is gnarly and good. Again, some of the CGI is wonky, but whatever, I'll take it because the mist alone is just so creepy. I love certain scenes when they try to leave the store and go get medicine. It's so well played out. Thomas Jane, I feel like he's such an underrated actor. I love him so much. He's a great lead. And then by the time you get, I mean, we won't talk to it because we'll cover the movie one day, but we did, I think we did cover this on one of our twist endings episodes, and this was on my list. It's a gut punch ending that comes out of nowhere, and it's super, super mean and depressing, and it's almost like bleak, like there's no hope left, even though all the hope is there at the end of the movie, ironically. So I just think that movie, whenever I tell someone to watch that movie, they come back to me like, yo, what the fuck? Like, that ending got me. But I just think it's this is like an example of like everything that I love about a creature movie. So The Mist, my number 6.
Cool. Yeah, that's that's a good time. I remember showing it to a couple people over the years and watching their reaction live. They're like, "Wait, did he just what? Oh my god! Wait, is that them coming? Oh my, yeah." So yeah, definitely a solid pick. I love that movie. Okay, probably one of the stronger. We've talked about Stephen King in the past when we just covered Children of the Corn, and I'm very hit or miss on Stephen King adaptations, but that's a hit for me. I like that movie a lot.
Hell yeah.
Okay, number 6 for me, and this is, I don't know if this isn't going to be on your list because I don't think you're a huge fan of this one, but I love this one. It's 1987's Predator.
Okay.
The ultimate guy, dude movie, macho man movie. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers. You have the whole crew, the whole outfit that goes into the jungle is just men. Yeah, it's got what's his name? Look him up. Oh, it's going to kill me. Oh, Jesse Ventura is awesome in it. It's just macho men being macho men. The Predator is one of my favorite villains of all time in cinema history. I love his design and how cool he is and like kind of his purpose. The sequels kind of mess with that a little bit, but the first Predator is such a all-time film for me. And I love the ending sequence, which is like takes up a big chunk of the movie where it's just Arnold who plays Dutch against the Predator, and it's just 1-on-1, mano-y-mano. They're going at it. They're trying to outsmart each other, and it's like two apex predators literally like trying to defeat each other, and it's just a hoorah movie, and I love it so much. It just gets me jacked up every time I watch it. It's so fun.
Yeah, I love how you say it is like the ultimate like dude bro movie.
Yeah, I ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah, I would actually want to shout out the one from 2010. I think that's a very underrated installment in the franchise. I think Adrian Brody's the star of that one. I thought that one fucking
Predators
goes for it.
Yeah,
Predators.
Okay.
Topher
right.
Grace is in it. I really like that one a lot. That's an underrated one. But
Yeah,
I can't argue. I like the 80s ones. They're also fun. But the franchise that I prefer to Predator is Alien, and my number 5 is the OG Alien.
Cool.
Ridley Scott, man, fucking gem. It almost is like a slasher creature movie in space, the way it plays out with the stalking and everything. Again, much like we talked about Jaws a couple of weeks ago, less is more, and in the OG we really get little like hints and clips of the alien before he full on comes through in the third act. So I think that was excellent. I mean, the chest, we don't have to talk about, but the chest bursting scene is one of the most iconic scenes and moments in horror cinema history. Iconic. Sigourney Weaver might be my favorite character in sci-fi horror. Again, I never put her on like Final Girl list because, again, my craziness with sci-fi versus slashers, but she is arguably one of the greatest female characters of all time as Ripley. So I'm obsessed with her. I'm obsessed with the movie. I also love Aliens. It's just I really gravitate to Alien the most because it does keep the horror creature sci-fi roots, whereas Aliens, that's like a hoorah, fuck yeah movie where it's like James Cameron goes all out with action horror, which is so amazing. But there's something about that OG that really is creepy. I mean, in space, no one can hear you scream. I mean, that movie is scary for the time it came out. It's so well made, and I'm just so happy that Ridley Scott created that sci-fi masterpiece. So again, some people are going to be shocked that that's like not top 3 for me, but it's just where I place it. I watch it a lot. It's just the franchise as a whole. It kind of goes up and down. But that OG is so special to me. I love it so much.
Yeah, for sure. It's so. Are you an Aliens fan? You like?
Oh,
the
I am
sequel?
an Aliens fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Alien and then Aliens and then the rest of them. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. I like them, but those two are just amazing.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm really a big Prometheus guy. I like Prometheus.
I
a
love
lot.
Prometheus too.
That's-
I even
yeah,
like
it's-
Alien Covenant.
Yeah, that one's that one's okay. Yeah, it's definitely hit or miss, that franchise. Alien Romulus, the newest one, I thought it was decent.
I thought that was good.
I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, I wish Fetty went a little bit more Fetty. And yeah.
I mean, I even like
back a little
Alien.
bit, but
yeah, I like Alien Resurrection with Winona Ryder too. I mean, like I like them all. It's just the
geez.
first two I love.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, gotta have Alien on the list. I'm glad you did because I just didn't.
We're saved.
Okay, number 5 for me. We're in the top 5. What's a creature feature episode without Godzilla?
Woo.
My number 5 is Godzilla -1, released in 2023.
I have to tell you something. I still have to watch that.
Oh my gosh.
I know,
Dude.
I know.
You got to come over. You got to come over to the
I
home
know.
theater. I have the 4K. We need to watch that pronto. I'm
Okay.
dead serious.
I know. I just never got
watched
around
it in
to it. I need
theaters.
to.
Yeah, I hear you. It's the only foreign film on my list, but I watched it in theaters, obviously subtitled, and it just completely blew me away.
Awesome.
It has everything. It's the greatest Godzilla movie in my mind. I like other Godzilla movies. I grew up watching them because my brother liked them. I'm not like in love with them. But they're fun, they're cheesy, they're cool. This one is legitimately terrifying. It has nods to other films. It's heartbreaking. It has a lot to say, but it's not in your face about it. It's an authentic story about the citizens of Japan rising up to defeat this great evil. It's an adventure film. It's got everything. It's amazing. Takashi Yamazaki, who created it and directed it, just did a fantastic job, and I'm so happy that they got recognized at the Oscars. I'm not a huge fan of award season, but it was really cool to see them win, I believe, for Best Visual Effects. I can't wait for the next one. He's doing another one, but this one blew me away. It's one of my favorite movies of the 2020s and of all time, really. You need to watch it right away because it's incredible. It surpassed all my expectations.
I was so upset that I didn't get to see that theater. Then I was like, oh, I didn't see in the theater, so that kind of fell off. But I've heard raves from you and everyone, so I'm gonna like put that to the top of my watch list. I'm happy he's doing another one. I've heard that it's just, and though I think what did he make it on like a $15 million or like $20 million budget, and what he did was crazy.
Budget
like something
it
crazy
varies,
like that,
but it's like under 20 million,
which is insane for a Godzilla movie. That's awesome. I'll just give a shout out because I'm a millennial and I know it gets hated, but I love the 1998 Godzilla with Matthew Broderick. I don't care. I think that's a fucking fun movie. And
yeah, it is a fun movie. Yeah, I like
know
all
why
the
they get
Godzillas.
hate.
I can
I know,
take
they're all
something
fun.
from all of them and like
Exactly.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Now I got something to watch, or I have to come over and watch that. I cannot wait.
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
My number 4 is one that you already discussed and we've discussed as a whole already, so I'll keep it short. It is The Creature from the Black Lagoon from 1954.
Oh, nice. Number 4.
I really was like, I know I've seen it as a kid and before, but I was truly blown away when we did that episode when I watched it. So I was kind of amazed where I'm like, oh my God, there's fucking Spielberg all over this before Spielberg was Spielberg. Like the underwater shots, everything. It's such a beautiful movie for not only being black and white, but for being in 1954. I could feel the color even though it was black and white, if that makes any sort of sense. It's so good. I think, again, this was another one where you have the fun horror elements, but you also have that tragic character where like we're on the creature's side, like he's in his habitat, like you're fucking with him. We had that argument at the end with the one guy's for him, the other guy's like, what are you doing, let him be alone. And we had the debate at the end, like, is it him, did he live, is he slowly like descending to his death? But it's just so well executed. And again, I can only imagine like being in 1954 seeing that. It's like revolutionary filmmaking. So we did a whole episode on it. I thought it was Rachel came on. She's an expert in that topic, so go watch the episode. I just thought I think it's one of my favorite, honestly, Universal monster classics. Now that I rewatched it, so I'm very happy we did that. And I picked up the Blu-ray, 4K when we watched it, and it looks beautiful. So it had to be in my top 4.
Awesome. That's really cool to see. I'm really glad it made both of our list. Okay, number 4 for me. This is another recent one. 2020's. It is the genre-bending masterpiece Nope, directed by Jordan Peele,
your movie.
released in 2022. Yeah, of course I had to throw this on there. It's definitely a creature feature. If you watch the movie, I don't want to give too much away because it is kind of a recent film, but it's definitely a creature, and it definitely features a creature. So, yeah, I mean, I know it's not going to be on your list. We are pretty different on this film, but I just adore this film. It has a little bit of everything. It's got horror elements, it's got adventure, it's like a western, it's everything. I mean, Daniel Kaluuya, I mean, what can you say? He just nails every role that he does. Keke Palmer is a scene stealer. I really love Brandon. I forget how to say his last name. Brandon
Pereira or something.
Pereira, yeah, who plays Angel. He's a scene stealer too. He's like a dark horse that nobody.
He's my favorite part of that movie.
yeah, he's awesome. He holds his own with Daniel and Keke for sure in that film. And then obviously you got Steven Yeun. Walking Dead fans know him. But yeah, this movie is terrifying. It's just pump your fist at the end. It's got a great ending. There's some sequences that they do with some practical effects. I watched the behind the scenes that's just blew me away and made me love the movie even more. And yeah, Jordan Peele. I don't know if it's going to get much better for me with Jordan Peele. This movie is just. I know you're kind of still waiting for Peele to. I think it's fair to say give you that like ultimate movie and put it all together for you. But I feel like this was that movie for me, and I just I love it. I watch it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like Peele's like trio movies so far, they all have been, I mean, good to great in my opinion. I think Nope was not my cup of tea, but I will say him progressing from Get Out, from Us to Nope, you can see a Nope like story and all that stuff aside. To me, like filmmaking wise, you can see he's really like growing into something really special and all timer. So I will say that about Nope.
Really bummed that his film is being delayed again. It's indefinitely.
Yeah, what are they? They took it off the release calendar or something.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
He must be cooking something good.
Yeah, he always keeps it so tightly under wraps too.
I know. You never know what it's about until like it's about to come out, which I love, by the way. I love that. All right, my number 3 is going to get me some heat that it's not number 1, but listen, it is what it is. No. I love it so much. I am in love with this movie, guys. You're going to be like, pitchforks. It's John Carpenter's The Thing is my number 3.
Okay. I thought you were going to say something else. 3. I was like, oh.
No, I don't know. I'd be my number 2. Might not. I mean, it might be for you for not on my list. But yeah, The Thing, again, so many people say it's the best John Carpenter movie, their favorite. I'm not going to argue with you. Obviously, we know what my favorite is. It's not even my second favorite. But I think it's just, when it comes to science fiction horror, you don't get better than this. I mean, you have John Carpenter with the score and his directing. It's just pitch perfect. I mean, I don't know how we have to dissect this movie because there's so many sequences and scenes that
unintended.
Like, yeah, exactly. I mean, you have Kurt Russell being fucking Kurt Russell. I mean, what else do you want? And John Carpenter and Kurt Russell. I mean, the movie was bound to be a classic. It's so funny how this movie was like so hated and like got really bad reviews when it came out. Now it's like one of the best reviewed movies and like the most favorite movies of all time. It's a cult classic for a reason. I think. Talk about practical effects. This is why, studios of today should take note. If you got to spend a little extra money, look at how good those effects looked in 1982 when you go to the CGI messes that you have today that just don't hold a candle to that. It looks so good, and that's what makes it so disturbing and gross. And this is another movie that isn't really, I mean, it has fun moments, but it kind of is like dreary and bleak, especially when you're in that winter setting. The ending is really ambiguous and it's open-ended and creepy because you don't know, like, is he the Thing? Is he not? We have to debate that. I mean, Dean Cundey, he also was a cinematographer on the Halloween and Halloween 2. I absolutely think the movie looks beautiful. It might be John Carpenter's, like, best-looking movie, but it's one of my favorites of John Carpenter's. It's probably, like, one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time. And creature feature-wise, it's number 3 because the creatures in this movie are next level. So I just think that so much has been said about The Thing. I want to go see this movie like in the theater. That's how gorgeous I think it is to look at. But we'll cover it one day. But yeah, The Thing had to be my top 3. I know it's so many people's like ultimate movie, but I adore it so much. It's just again genre preference. It's not my favorite Carpenter, but as far as creature features go, it's just next level. I like the aspect of guessing like where it's transferring to next. That was really fun for me. That's what really engaged me in the movie the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Number 3 for me is also The Thing. So
Oh, good.
we're right
Okay.
in sync here, man. It's my second favorite Carpenter. I'll just go and say I'm behind Halloween. It's a movie that every time I rewatch it, I'm just blown away. Like you said, it's so beautiful. The shots of just the snowy encampment and the helicopter shots of them going over the ice and everything. We could talk about the practical effects for an hour, but that one scene where he's doing the paddles on the guy's chest. I mean, that's like the ultimate scene. It's so good. The cast: Kurt Russell, Keith David, Wilford Brimley.
Mm-hmm.
You got the others. They're so memorable. You know what it is? I mean, everything you said, obviously, but also what sticks out to me about that film? I feel like with a lot of these survivor sci-fi films like this,
Yeah.
it's a slower burn because you get a smaller group of people who maybe don't find out what exactly is going on until like the third act. And the thing I love about this movie and what makes it so rewatchable is we have a big cast of characters. It's this entire encampment of people. I think it's like close to 10 people that are like kind of main characters to start the film. And they find out pretty quickly, with the dogs and everything, that there's this thing where, obviously it's called The Thing, that's alien in nature and that is taking over people's bodies. So I love how it's less of a slow burn because we have such a big cast and it's picking off people one by one. And like you said, it's a whodunit at the same time. So you're trying to figure out. It's so creepy. It's so creepy when you're trying to figure out who the hell is the thing. And
Right.
It's one of those films where, like, if I don't rewatch it in a few years, I forget, like, the order of the deaths. So, like, I'm kind of on the edge of my seat again, like, the first time watching it. It's so masterful, the script. I already said the cinematography. John Carpenter really knows how to end a movie. This ending is like a lot of his endings where it's just, like, it just ends. But in a good way. It's such a bleak ending, but it could be hopeful. You don't know, but and it's like he's gonna let you decide, and he's gonna just show the credits, and it's just gonna fade out, and it leaves you with that kind of like weird feeling. But I love it so much. I love the way he ends a lot of his movies. But yeah, it's a banger, all timer for me. Number 3 for me.
Yeah, we have to cover that in the winter. That's definitely a winter movie.
For
we gotta
sure.
do that maybe
Yes.
this winter. Yeah, it's an all timer. All right. My number 2 is going to be one from our childhood, and I don't care. I love it so much. I separate the art from the artist, and it's Jeepers Creepers.
Okay.
Jeepers Creepers is all timer for me. I grew up and watched this movie on repeat. I remember when it first came out on DVD. I missed the first one in theaters when it came out on DVD. We went to go rent it and it was sold out, and we kept going back until we can get it. And my family was just obsessed with it. The fucking intro to this movie is one of my favorite, like, 20-minute buildups of probably all time in a horror movie. I love that it's not a couple. I love that it's a brother and sister, so you have that different dynamic already, which is important to me. And I just love once they friggin' get chased by him, like fucking like a car chase scene, the be eating you license plate, and then when they see him throw the bodies down in the tunnel, it's just so good. The creeper, I mean, we'll just say Jonathan Breck, he's so damn good as the creeper. I really wish that I'll even shout out the second one. The first two to me are like all-timer bangers. The rest of the franchise, please do not watch. You'd be wasting your time. It's absolute garbage, dumpster fire trash. But the first two are all-timer creature features for me. I think Gina Phillips in the OG, she's such an underrated final girl. I'm so team Trish. I fucking fist pump, and I think she's such a badass. I think what happens to Derry, poor Justin Long in horror movies, just cannot catch a break. And what happens to him is just so mean, and I love how the movie ends. It's so dark, but so much fun. This movie has a good blend of like what you expect from creature feature effects, but also just like horror goodness. It's so good. I love the creature effect alone, but I like how it doesn't just bet on being a creature feature. It's menacing. Like the first half of the movie, you could think it's just a crazed maniac serial killer. You don't find out until you actually see him, 30, 40 minutes through that. Oh, this is some creature shit. I love when they go underneath the church and Justin Long just sees all the bodies against the wall. I think the ending in the jail is fucking awesome when you actually see him eating body parts to regrow. And the second one's just a banger on the bus, and it's just such a fun time. But yeah, the first one specifically, it just creeped me out as a kid, especially someone who didn't love creature features. When that ended, the fact that I rewatched it right away again, I'm like, I need to watch it again. So I'm obsessed with it. I know the director is a shitty person, but again, we separate the art from the artist, and I watched those movies when I was a kid before I knew any of that, and my parents did not like study internet. So I have them. I'll rewatch them forever. They're part of my childhood. I absolutely love them. Jeepers Creepers is so important to me.
Okay. Really cool. One of the coolest villain designs ever.
Mm-hmm.
The creature design is so cool. And yeah, it just didn't quite make my list. I have such a banger list. I mean, I adore those first two movies as well. I grew up watching them, and really, really solid flicks. But yeah, I can't argue with that. So that was number 2 for you.
Yeah.
That means a lot to you. Wow. Okay.
It does.
Awesome. Okay, here we go. Number 2 for me is going to be Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park, released in 1993.
Hell yeah.
I mean, this could be number 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I mean, what can you say? It's got dinosaurs. Samuel,
dinosaurs.
Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern, Richard Attenborough. The cast is incredible. It's got Wayne Knight, who plays Dennis, one of my favorite characters, comedic characters ever. This is Spielberg, I mean, firing on all cylinders. This is, him just... I mean, it's Jurassic Park, dude. I know it's probably not going to be on your list because technically it's a real...
Technicalities.
Yeah, whatever, technicalities, but you can't have a creature feature list without Jurassic Park. It's number 2 for me, and I don't even know what to say. I mean, we have to cover this, obviously, in great detail. It's such a banger horror movie. A lot of people may not consider it horror. It's horror to me. I know the sequels maybe aren't so much horror, especially the newer ones that go more into the action territory, but this first one, I mean, how could you watch this first one and say it's not a horror movie? And some of these sequences are fucking terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. And yeah, what can I say? Jurassic Park, it's legendary.
I really can't wait to cover this movie, and specifically the original trilogy. All of them are fun, but the original trilogy, I would say, they're all action, but the original trilogy leans horror more than action, whereas the later trilogy leans action more than horror. But the OG, you can't argue. I mean, first of all, it's not my list, but this is one of my favorite movies of all time. So whenever we do, this is literally it might be my top 10 favorite movies ever made. But when you get, I mean, the scene with Laura Dern getting chased by the raptor, the scene when the kids are in the kitchen, that's horror. The scene with the T-Rex. I mean, these are literal some of the best horror sequences of all time. So anyone who says this isn't a horror movie, just watch the actual movie because it's terrifying. I remember being a kid and actually being scared on the edge. The way he builds suspense alone is so damn good in the movie. I mean, we'll have to do an episode because that'll be a biggie, but that's Steven Spielberg at the top of his game with Jurassic Park. And again, talking about practical effects, even the first Jurassic Park compared to the newer ones, it just looks so good, and it's 1993. It looks so damn good. So yeah, we'll talk about it again. But
I would say the CGI is what brings it over the top. The fact that the CGI still looks incredible because they really took good care and like probably paid their CGI artists a fair wage and gave them like a reasonable deadline and let them do their craft. I mean, it just looks incredible because it's CGI and practical. The way they were able to blend the two together is just so well done.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to definitely get... I'm excited. I want to do a ranking for that one, too. I feel like that'll be interesting to rank that franchise. But yeah, I'm obsessed with that movie, and I cannot wait to talk about it. All right, my number 1, since of my, my little rule that I made for my crazy self, is going to be The Descent.
Oh, nice.
The Descent is fucked up, and I like fucked up, and I like 2000s horror, and I don't think that you get any better than this for creature features. That's what I come to for horror. It's these nasty, creepy creatures. There's a shit ton of them. I mean, the violence in this movie is over the top. The way you have these group of friends isolated where they think they're going to this, site where, we're just going to go cliff and cave exploring, where it's not even on the map and they're going somewhere. Poor Juno really put them into harm's way, where it's like a fight for survival just to get out of the cave alone. And then when you add the creatures on top of first of all, the claustrophobia, those scenes without the creature alone, literally gave me an anxiety attack in the theater. I think my mom actually had to walk out of the theater when she took me to see it because of some of those sequences. It was just so bad. But when you mix the creatures on top of that and how gnarly and violent and just aggressive they were, so animalistic, it's just you don't get better than your creature features, in my opinion, for this. I love how I was rooting for some of these characters to survive. I was heartbroken when some of them, ended up sacrificing themselves to save the rest of the group. It's just the way it builds up is so well. And then again, you have another ending, which I go with the original, cut of this movie, which is such a gut punch where you think someone makes it out, but they're still trapped with all those creatures. It's just what I think of creature and horror. I just go to this because there's not one, moment of levity really in this movie. You have a character dealing with PTSD. You have this group trying to help her, which just ultimately leads to all of them dying. Which, I mean, you don't get more grim and dark than this, and I love it. I'm waiting for Neil Marshall to make another banger like The Descent, because this is honestly probably considered one of the best horror movies of the 2000s, but it's definitely my favorite creature feature. I think so many iconic shots. You get the girls covered in blood, so who doesn't love that? It's just all-timer territory, and I'm so happy that I was able to see it when it came out in theaters, and it's another movie that I watched on repeat when I ended up buying the Blu-ray. It's fucking awesome.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this was going to make the cut because,
Yeah.
It's similar to The Hills Have Eyes. It's kind of humanoid, like they were once humans, but now they're kind of creatures. So
I look at these as creatures, like hard.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I do too, for sure. Yeah. So I wasn't quite sure. So that's awesome that it's your number one. Yeah, I mean, that's such a... Now I want to watch it. Every time I talk about The Descent, I just want to throw it on. So.
It's such a mood, the movie. It's like such a mood, I feel like.
Like I said, the cast of characters in the beginning, they're all partying, having a good time. And it just slowly, they start to have the drama within, and, it plays on the grief and everything.
Exactly.
It's so good. It's got everything, yeah. And it's fucking scary. That's the most important thing.
Dude. It's scary. That's why I'm like, hell yeah, I have to have that.
I still kind of get tense, like,
I know.
Some of the moments, yeah.
I just remember watching, like, I want to go in the cabin and, like, hike with my friends, do that. I'm like, oh shit, what happens is really bad. It's crazy.
I know the famous, behind the scenes of, like, they didn't know what they looked like before the reveal. Right. I can't imagine being those actresses on set, like, filming those shots, like, in the dark like that. I mean, that just must have been so terrifying.
Again, kudos to the stunt actors who were the creatures too, because that wasn't CGI. They were actually in them. Like, it was creepy and scary because they felt real. So yeah, that's my number one. I will go back to that one all the time, and I love showing people that movie.
Okay, number one for me. It's going to be a little anticlimactic. We know what it is. Most viewers know what this is. It's Jaws, 1975. Another Steven Spielberg. He went back to back on my list, first and second. We just covered this, guys. We just covered Jaws. Go check it out. We did a deep dive into this film. I can't wait to cover the rest of the franchise. I have, obviously, 2 Jaws movies on my top 10. And
I love that, by the way.
It's iconic, flawless. I said on our episode, I don't want to spoil too much of our review, but it's one of the few films that I consider just a complete flawless film where there isn't a single thing that I can pick apart, and if anyone tries to pick apart it, I just discredit them. Not to sound like pompous about it, but it's such a beautiful film. It's got, again, similar to Jurassic Park, it's got a little bit of everything. It's like an adventure on the seas in the second half, and the first half it's this slow building, dreadful kind of film where, everyone's trying to figure out what's going on. You have the deaths, the mysterious deaths. Some of the most legendary characters of all time, Martin, Quint, and Matt Hooper, are just insane. Them all together is amazing. And yeah, I mean, it's Jaws, guys. You've all seen it before. You know what we're talking about. Go watch our episode, though. I highly recommend our review episode. We just covered it, like 1 or 2 episodes ago or something like that? Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, what else can I say?
Yeah, I mean, it's literally, like, watch that episode. It's the most important movie to me of all time. So, and a huge movie in my family. For my family, go watch the episode. I just think that's, again, going back to being scary. Both of our number ones are actually scary horror movies. Like, watch the opening scene of Jaws.
It's horror. Just like Jurassic Park, Jaws is horror, guys.
Watch the opening scene alone and you'll see that Jaws is a fucking horror movie. So, yeah, terrifying. Again, the effects on the shark, so good. The happy mistake of not seeing the shark as much as they originally wanted
Yeah.
to, made it perfect. It's just a horror epic adventure. So again, it's one of
Yep.
it's one of the best. It's the horror summer. It's the movie that started the summer blockbuster. It's a horror movie. So check it out. Check that episode out, guys. We really got into it. But yeah, this was a good list. It was fun. I'm kind of happy that I made my rule because we got to get a little bit of a variety. I didn't want my whole list to be shark movies, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I had two shark movies on there. So, okay. Let's recap. Let's do a recap. You want to go down the list?
All right. So my number 10 is Tremors. My number 9 is Cloverfield. My number 8 is Pumpkinhead. My number 7 is the Blob remake from 1988. My number 6 is The Mist. My number 5 is Alien. My number 4 is the OG Creature from the Black Lagoon. My number 3 is John Carpenter's remake of The Thing from 1982. My number 2 is Jeepers Creepers. And my number 1 is The Descent.
Okay, my number 10 is Creature from the Black Lagoon. Number 9 is The Descent. Number 8, Jaws 2. Number 7, An American Werewolf in London. Number 6, I have Predator. And top 5, number 5, Godzilla -1. Number 4, I have Nope. Number 3 is John Carpenter's The Thing. Number 2 is Jurassic Park. And number 1 is Jaws. And that's it, folks. Let us know who you agree with, who you disagree with. What did we miss? Did we miss anything? Let us know your favorite creature feature of all time in the comments and on social media. Again, thank you for listening. Go enter our contest on Twitter. It's on Twitter only, unfortunately. I didn't want to do different social medias, so we're just going to stick with Twitter for the contest. And go check out our merch shop. It just went live on Monday, and there's some cool stuff in there. So until next time, this is the Never Split Up podcast, and we will see you later. Thanks for listening. Bye.